and monetize it.
You see, that's bullshit though. Like, I don't need to reach out to you to know that you're a weirdo. Before we start talking about what actually happened. So basically, Ross did a reaction to a video, kicking it with Ross. Um, did a reaction to a video, and apparently Ryback seen it, and it wasn't too in favor. I think it was the video is called "The Downfall of Ryback." And that's what started all of this. This is if if we're comparing it to the Drake and Kendrick beef. This is the first person shooter. Like that video is first person shooter. So Ryback sees this and he calls out Ross for damaging his reputation or whatever. Yada yada yada. He invites him to a Twitter space, and I guess he hosts his show on Twitter Spaces. He has him on the show, but he completely gaslights this man for about however long this man was on the show. And when he leaves, and it seems like it's all pieced up, it's all love. And as soon as he leaves, he starts talking shit again. So Ryback, I guess it'll be better if. So now, like, he was in on there for an hour. He better than me. He better than me. Me personally, you get. I can't be gaslighted for more than 2 minutes. Gaslit. I'm sorry. I can't be gaslit for more than 2 minutes. An hour is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, Ross. If you got gaslit for an hour, that's on you. Because we all knew, like, he was not allowing this man to talk at all. Again, all right. Before because I didn't watch the whole thing. I did not watch the whole thing. I tuned in to the latter part. He should have dipped though. He definitely should have dipped. He better than me. And I don't. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if Ross is somebody who like is. Did he come up with? Did he come up from wrestling, or did he come up from something else? Is he mainly a wrestling YouTuber? I keep fucking doing that shit. Kicking it with Ross. Is he mainly a wrestling YouTuber or did he come up from something else? Because Ryback got some shit off on Ryback, Cryback, whatever you want to call it. He has a channel called ENT in the Clutch. Did he come up from that or did he come up from which one did he come up from? Because Ryback got some shit off on him that if I would like to think that a lot of people wouldn't let him get away with, but it would make sense if it's somebody who's not really in tune with Ryback like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like Ryback do a lot. Ryback, fuck, however you say his name, he did a lot of shit, but it's like he's not that popular of a person, obviously. So again, somebody who's not really in tune like that wouldn't know. Like when like Ryback said he's never criticized anyone. You said it's in the clutch. ENT. Oh yeah. Raw's like that. Yeah. See.
All right,
That's what
man.
I
What's
mean.
going on? Y'all already know.
I'd assume that Ross isn't necessarily the biggest. Like he's not a diehard wrestling fan. Like my channel is solely wrestling. You know, so I don't. That makes more sense because Ryback was able to get a lot of bullshit off that he is. All right. Fuck it. I'm not about to keep going back and forth. But it's But yeah, he said some shit like he said some shit like he's never criticized somebody, like he only talks positive about people. When if you've been in, like, if like everything, Ross stopped watching and then he started watching again. He said, yeah, right. So, like, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think, and he correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if he's a diehard wrestling fan, is what I'm saying. I'm sure he loves wrestling, but I'm saying, like, it's a difference between like a diehard and somebody who really likes it. You know what I'm saying? So, but all that to say, Ryback said a lot of bullshit that, to somebody who isn't in the know, he get away with. So, right, he's talked shit about Vince. And, Vince ain't no saint, but given the fact that Vince's mother just died, and at the time he said it was some nonsense. He said Mark Henry wasn't a good wrestler, and I think that's putting it lightly. He said John Cena was like a poison of wrestling. All the times he's taking shots at CM Punk just because CM Punk told his truth about working with Ryback. This is definitely like over the last 9 months, Ryback has either been a meme or he's brought up in something negative. So So for him to act like he's some innocent person is nonsense. And then on top of that, to not even let Ross be able to talk is also some nonsense. Now, again, I want to watch this with y'all, but while we're watching this, I have a drink somewhere. I gotta find my drink. I don't know where the fuck my drink is. I'm about to put this motherfucker in subscriber only mode. Y'all better hit that fucking subscribe button while y'all here. Goddamn, hit that motherfucking subscribe button while you here. And if you're on Twitter, make sure you you know what I'm saying, follow your boy. I don't know exactly how this working, but this is my first time live on Twitter. It seems to be doing all right though. So which video is him reacting to it? I know this was after he blocked him. Spoiler alert, he ended up getting blocked. Is this it?
What up, everybody? Appreciate y'all being here.
Is this it?
If I sound loud and clear,
was the financial, the creative, it was the trademarks.
This is it. This is it. This is it. Bet. All right. Okay. All righty.
I probably had to do it through WWE writers. Will you react to DIY next feud on NXT feud on your channel? I've seen a few people ask me that. Do y'all really want me to check that out? Y'all really want me to check that out? I will.
Shit.
Don't do it, Ross. It's a trap. Y'all gotta stop. I don't get it. I've been doing this YouTube stuff for a long time, bro. I've been doing this for a while, since 2017, right? I've said some things a lot of people didn't like. A lot of people did like. It's part of the game. You feel me?
Can y'all hear it good? We good on the volume?
Show.
He kind of
one
low.
Or two things can happen here.
For me.
We can actually have a good conversation.
Ryback is useless. That's crazy.
I actually get a better understanding for him and a better respect for what he's been through, and vice versa. Get some more fans and subscribers, vice versa, and it could be something lucrative, it could be beneficial, or it can turn into a shit show and we just do this shit for entertainment purposes and call it a day. Like y'all gotta understand, I separate this YouTube stuff from real life. When I get off live here, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be chilling. I think someone sent me a message. Hold on. Oh no, that wasn't him. Let's see. Oh, he just sent the link. All right, bet. Ryback just sent the link. I don't know if he's live on here, but I'm about to join him. So, yeah, he is live on here.
TikTok at Ryback each and every week, guys. Live on X Spaces.
This is
Ryback, the People's Podcast. Where you guys?
Yo, what's up, Lincoln Hawk?
But the thing is, I don't want to double up the audio because I'm gonna be talking. So I should be able to pull in the audio through
Yeah.
my
You know
try
what
to pull
time
it
it
in through my
on.
computer
You know what time it
and
yeet.
go from there.
Yeet.
All right, I'm gonna set this. All right,
Yeet.
about
Is this legal on YouTube?
to join.
Are they gonna take me out for this?
About to join. So I'm gonna try to pull the audio in through
Y'all let me know.
here
Is they gonna take me out for this?
through Twitter, but I'm gonna be talking through
We
my
using
phone
Dixie
most
cups.
likely, because I don't think it allows my microphone to be picked up
No chaser.
through Twitter. So this should be very interesting. Let's go ahead and do this. Listen, anonymously,
All right.
no.
One way to find out. On God.
Ross on YouTube. Look forward to having him on the show this week.
All right.
Ugh.
So
That was
without further
awful.
ado, let's get Big Shawnee, Big Sausage on the show. Shawnee.
Well, it's the Big Shawnee.
All
What's
right.
going on, big guy?
Oh, Dub
Hanging
is
and
in
banging,
there.
rocking and shell shocking, man.
I don't think y'all can
Up
see
early,
it
ready to
behind the
go
chat,
today,
but Dub is
so
in here right here.
Yeah, man.
we
I can't wait. I did my research. I'm so excited. Ross
Only
told
if
me to
Ross
come on
reports me.
here.
No chase. Oh, hey.
Shout out to Ross.
Big
We'll get him
dog
on
shit,
soon.
man. We don't use no
And
chasers.
yeah,
I might
man,
need a
I'm
I'm
about
chaser
to
looking
next
hang up.
forward
time.
to
I ain't gonna lie
a
to you.
civil discussion, and I hope people come
I
in with
might
an
definitely
open
need a
mind.
chaser next time.
I think
That's
that there's a
crazy.
lot
Dub
of
is in
people
here.
out there
What you drink?
that
You know what I'm
only know
drinking, man.
you
Hen
from
y'all
the
dog.
hear
Straight
it?
negative
hen dog.
side,
Can y'all
and
hear it?
I just ask those people
Straight
to
hen
open up
dog,
your
man.
minds and just for 1 second, just put yourself in Ryback's shoes and see how it was from his
Straight
side
hen
when he's
dog.
explaining it. So
kind of like Quavo with
Straight hen dog. What the
recall
fuck?
when he says
yes,
comes out
yes.
of the singer, open up your mind.
If Ross don't carry you good. Y'all see he commented on my post
How
earlier?
was how was
Don't know
your
what's
week,
going on.
though,
Motherfuckers see
buddy?
me, man. You
Everything
know
was
what I'm
good.
saying? Let's
Yeah,
take
great
one
week
for
over
Ross.
here.
Let's take one for
I
Ross.
did finish up my
Big
heart testing,
big shit. Big shit. Big shit.
my cardio stress test.
Hold on.
The
This
5
might be
minute
the one
mark.
we need a
Remember I
chaser
told
for.
you
I ain't gonna lie
they
to you.
did them at
If y'all
30
got
shots.
one, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
Take a
I'm
shot with your
testing
Y'all
boy.
I'ma do
people, and
this
they think people should be getting heart tests actually from 18 on every few years.
because if I pull it in
Because there's so many people with heart
through my
issues and different things
phone,
that are
Nah,
young,
still don't need no
but
chaser.
insurance is a real problem and they don't like to approve
Still
I'm
don't
gonna
need
have
no
to move
chaser.
my mic
until you
to
get
be
older.
honest, y'all, because it's
And
gonna.
Wild.
and I've been getting them ever since I was in my 20s from
Hold on.
WWE. So I became familiar with it and just like,
So what I'm gonna
it's
do?
like
I'm
at
gonna
least
put the
every
audio
lady,
in.
she goes, you're literally doing it
I'm gonna have
perfect
my
every 5
headphones
years.
on.
And she goes, as you get
Don't
older,
be
you go
scared,
down to
Ross.
3. And then she
Bro,
goes, depending on, he
what are you
goes, the
talking
older
about,
you
bro?
get, you kind of go a little more
Shut
frequently
the fuck up.
just to stay on top of things.
Nobody's
But
scared.
Ain't even
I
that.
passed
You know what I'm saying?
the stress test where you got to sprint on the treadmill.
So
And
Yes.
like
I'm
they
gonna pull the
wires
audio
hooked
in.
up and
I'm have my
they
headphones
like
off,
took I do it was like
and
18
I'm gonna pull
minutes
the
straight of
audio
sprinting
in
on a huge
through
incline because
my
they have to like
AirPods so I
try
can
to
hear it.
tire you out as much as possible to like how you regularly train in real life. And the
Yes.
lady's just like, we're gonna be here for a while. Sweat,
All right,
sweat,
bet.
dude. No caffeine for 24 hours.
So y'all should
So
still
you're
be able to
like
hear
dead
it.
ass tired.
I'm gonna
And
have
you're
my
just like, you don't
microphone
want to
probably
be
move the
there.
mic over a
And you
little
just got
bit
all these
so I can
wires
talk.
hooked up.
Well, I don't even have to talk to him that way.
And like, she's just sitting there, just taking notes, typing little things. Sweat's just
I should be able
profusely
to
just
do it
flying
with the
everywhere.
headphones in
As like
and
I'm just
everything
like,
else.
like pushing myself like a machine
All
out
right,
there.
I'm
This
recording.
motherfucker's
Bro, you
yapping.
should
I
have
ain't gonna
just
lie
put
to
on
you.
the
What
song
the
Pony
fuck
and
is
started
Ryback
dancing.
talking about, bro?
You would have been better off doing that.
Yeah, so bro,
You got blocked by
I'm
Ryback
happy
too?
to get that done. And I'm
What I
just
gotta
gonna
do to get
take it easy
blocked by
and for
Ryback?
my heart. That's the
So
final
if
piece
anything,
before the final visit. So
I'm gonna
Awesome,
most
bro. Happy to
likely
hear you're healthy
mute my
and
microphone.
everything's good.
Oh
I'm gonna most
yeah.
likely
buddy,
mute
and
my
I can't preach
microphone
that
Oh
enough.
yeah.
Health is wealth because I've lost it.
I ain't
so
gonna lie.
that
That's
way it
it.
doesn't double up on the audio.
You never
But
want to
y'all
lose
be
it.
able to
Life
hear
starts
me
without it,
through
that's for
his
sure.
Twitter Spaces.
Yeah, you don't realize what you have till it's gone.
So
I
that's what
think
I'm
we
gonna
all
do. I'm
take
gonna
it,
mute
we
this
all take
microphone.
our
Y'all
health
should be able to hear me through
like,
his Twitter Spaces. So.
for granted until you get
Absolutely.
sick.
Absolutely. This week I see that he's in here. Ross from Kicking It with Ross on YouTube. Ross is Clutch on Twitter, X. Are you used to calling it X yet or no?
No, I still think of it.
When
as
the
Twitter.
fuck does
Yeah,
Ross
I
get in
really
this
think they
bitch?
should go back to Twitter. I can't. I tell people, even I was talking to
God
Luna
damn.
from TikTok and Natalia, and I was like saying something about X, and she's like, she's on it. She uses it, and she's like, "What's X?" We're
Good,
doing
good.
good. Happy Saturday.
Hey, happy Saturday. Hopefully you guys had a great week.
Okay.
I'm
I
actually
think we
been
here.
looking forward to this one. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I really I wanted to ask you some questions, like, and not coming into this. I know a lot of people was thinking, oh, we're gonna come into this in a negative space, but I'm like, nah. I actually want to get his opinions on certain things that he's
So,
been
all
through
right,
in his career, and also ask you
the
questions
the
on
shit is
how
out of
you
sync. So
felt about my recent. I don't know if you've seen my recent video or reaction, and I know the tweet in question of I don't know what I'm talking about. I definitely wanted to get your opinion on what's going on.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good way to
Mhm.
do this because it can jump all over the place. But I think if
Okay.
so, one, let me ask you: have we ever met or ever talked to each other prior to this?
No, this will be our first time.
Okay, that's just want to get that out of the way. I think that's probably the
Okay.
best way to do it is you asking questions, and then we
Okay.
can kind of go
Mhm.
from there. And Shawnee's not going to get involved in anything other like if Shawnee has something to say to mediate between the two. Shawnee, please speak up.
Okay.
Yep.
Then
damn,
Johnny
who ain't
Black.
been
I
blocked
think
by
you're bouncing all
Ryback,
over. And I
bro?
will say too for anybody
Mhm.
that
Okay.
never
Let me
understands or
have I
understands
been
what's
blocked,
going
bro?
on with me, watch Ryback versus the WWE. It's on YouTube and TikTok at the top of the page. A lot of
Mhm.
answers can be found in that series of all of that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
without further ado,
No,
let's go ahead and let me
I ain't
actually
been blocked yet.
preface this with the
What
audience.
y'all do? What y'all do
So
to Ryback,
I
man?
popped onto YouTube and it
Mhm.
was on this my suggested. I've never seen you before, never heard of you, didn't know anything,
Okay.
and but you've got a great
Yeah.
following and you do a lot of content on there. And it had
Mhm.
The fuck you
this actually
expect? You call him
happened.
a bitch?
I
What
don't
you
know when the
expect?
first video came out, but there was a video
Mhm.
that I don't know if it's a content creator or a team of people did on the
Yeah.
never-ending downfall of Ryback, and it was last
Mhm.
year or it was
Mhm.
1 or 2 years ago or maybe a year and a half ago.
Okay.
But I
Mhm.
think they recently have re-put it out again. But I
Mhm.
became aware of that quite some time ago and found it pretty humorous because it was filled
Yeah.
with a lot of misinformation and was done by somebody that clearly doesn't like me and has an agenda against me. So
Okay.
that had popped up like a long time ago, randomly on my YouTube on that because
Mhm.
it dealt with me, I guess. So then you popped up on your reaction to it,
Yeah.
and I go, "Oh, what's this?" And then I
Mhm.
looked, I saw a bunch of creators are actually doing reactionary videos of me from that video now more recent. So I go, okay, this is a thing now. People are
Mhm.
doing reactionary videos, but I actually watched a bit of it.
Mhm.
So I wanted to get you on here and talk because I think it could do a lot of good. So I thank you for one having because a lot of people will create content
Yeah.
and I want to say this, and I
Mhm.
think this is really important, like with it because I think it's a and I asked you if we'd ever met and we never had, right? Never had any interaction. And I think this is a big thing, not just like with
Mhm.
you, but
Yeah.
content creators. It's in
Damn,
sports,
this dude is a
especially
professional
wrestling.
yapper.
There
God
is a
damn, get
complete
to the
lack of
point.
respect from a portion of the fan base to the actual people that have done it and do it,
Mhm.
have done it. And we see it in sports a lot, and we see it. It's happening more and more, and it's really prevalent with social media.
Yeah.
And I really think it's more of a mindset thing with people, but also it's a thing of people not meeting people and just kind of reading or forming
Yeah.
opinions based off of hate articles or people going for clicks. It's the day and age we
Mhm.
live in where a
Yeah.
lot of people do this on that. And so they get an idea of something or somebody, and without ever trying to reach out, ever really trying to get to know them,
Mhm.
will
Yeah.
create content.
Bullshit though. Like, I don't need to reach out to you to know that you're a weirdo. I don't need to talk to you to know that you're different. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to talk to me. You don't need to hit me up to know that, I'm a weirdo. Like, Kanye West. You don't need to hit up Kanye West to know that that motherfucker is off his rocker. You feel me? So this whole bro, motherfuckers get talked about on the internet daily, and to act like he don't play into that shit is ridiculous. This is the same dude who sits at a table for like 15 minutes on end eating a bag of chips in silence. I don't give a fuck if you was a professional wrestler in the past life, you worked construction. People are gonna look at you weird for doing that shit. You're like, I'm not saying those people are weird. I'm not casting any aspersions on ASMR people. It's not my style. But so what do you expect when you, you know what I'm saying? like, what do you expect when you call John Cena a poison to wrestling? What do you expect when you say Mark Henry couldn't wrestle? Like, what did you expect? You know what I'm saying? This is just past. This is just past shit. We're not even getting to what he just did to this man. So yes, bro. Like, I don't need to hit you up to know you're a fucking weirdo. I don't need to hit you up to know that like you be on some other shit. At the very least, if you're not weird, if you're not socially awkward, at the very least, you be on some other shit. And I don't need to know you. I don't need to know you on a personal level to see that. Yeah, I think we all agree. Like,
and it further can hurt that person. Whether
Mhm.
they have no skin in the game, but I think it comes down to a lack of respect that from people that have never done it. Like for me,
Mhm.
I've never I respect all athletes. You'll never see me like go
Okay.
on bashing pro football players. You'll go and I dare anyone to go look at my content on this sports or people, physical things, anything, because I know I actually understand what it
Mhm.
takes to do it. And pro wrestling is that same thing. And I really wish I wish everybody could go and experience one day with Bill DeMott of the training and like understand
you
like what it
see,
takes to actually be.
he can get this shit off with Ross because Ross isn't somebody who, and Ross can correct me if I'm wrong. I know he watches the content. He could correct me if I'm wrong, but Ross isn't somebody that's that tapped in there. You know what I'm saying? To know about Ryback is to like know about fucking Jalen Brown in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even that, honestly, if we talking like teams, if we talking about like sports, Ryback is like somebody, like, honestly, you got to be around to know that motherfucker. He's not somebody who broke through the mainstream. You feel me? So again, if Ross into him like that, I apologize, but I don't think Ross is that much of like, he's not that much of a wrestling historian. So the bullshit he getting off right now, like y'all just heard that man say that shit. Like, look, right back, Mark Henry. He said he would never criticize. He said he would. He said he would never criticize like a football. You peep. He brought up other sports. You peep. He brought up other sports. You peep. He brought up other sports because he did. He took a shot at someone. I I had it earlier. He called him the shits in wrestling. I think it was on. Yeah, I gotta find it. While y'all listen, I'm gonna find it. But he's done it plenty of times. He's done it plenty of times. Okay, yeah, here we go. In 2021, my internet is being slow right now. Okay, all right. I'll find it. I'll find it on
Like
my
cut it
phone.
physically,
But
mentally,
Mhm.
text,
Mhm.
this and that.
basically,
Anybody
basically, he said Mark Henry. He criticized Mark Henry's wrestling. You know what I'm saying? So when you in the heat of the moment, like when you see, yeah, I'm gonna get to that. And I'm not reacting to this whole bullshit. I'm not listening to this whole bullshit. Again, I am not about to sit here and be gaslit for an hour. I just no, I'm not letting that shit slide, bro. Like, no, fuck out of here. But um, that is like a blatant lie. Like, you don't critique. Everybody critiques. Like, you're not holier than thou because you don't critique people who like athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do athletes get that pleasure of, oh, you never done this before, so you never, you know what I'm saying, you can't critique me. If I go into the hospital for like my knee hurts and I walk out and like my ear is gone, I could critique a doctor. You know what I'm saying? We have no problem critiquing police officers. We have no problem critiquing presidents, anybody else in any other job field. But when it comes to athletes, if you never played a sport, you can't critique them. Fuck out of here. That is the dumbest logic. I hate that logic so fucking much, like with a passion. I hate that logic. We critique every single worker daily. We critique McDonald's workers. We critique construction men. We could like everybody. We critique teachers. But when it comes to athletes, you can't critique athletes because we never did it. Fuck out of here. That is so stupid. Like that logic. That logic is so stupid. And it's not just Ryback who says that dumb shit. A lot of basketball players say that dumb shit as well. A lot of people. If you're doing something professionally, you're going to be critiqued. Everybody gets critiqued. It's so fucking like what? I hate that logic. I despise that logic.
Pro level of anything has paid their dues one way or the other to actually have an opportunity to reach the highest level in their field. But
What's
I
up?
just wanted to preface everything with that.
Yeah,
I came across your content. I want to dive into it. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Yeah.
You on your side, and Shawnee, jump in whenever you want. And we'll
Ross, I watched a bunch of your videos, bro. I actually love your content, and
yeah.
Man, we came.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York, so you kind of resonate. You kind of resonate with me, like your style, and I love it. And just so you know, like I'm friends with the big guy, like not the character.
Bro, I'm sorry.
Like
I'm sorry. With all due respect to whoever is talking right now, I am not calling another man the big guy. Like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Like, let's just keep it a trill. I'm not calling another man the big guy. You could be 2 feet taller than me. I'm not calling you the big guy. What kind of? I ain't gonna lie. That's some dick sucking shit right there. That is some dick sucking shit. That is some dick sucking shit right there. The big guy. And y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I remember, he does not call this man by his name at all. That is some cult-like shit, bro. That is some cult-like shit. That is crazy. Some DSS. I'm feeling this Hennessy. I ain't gonna cut. I'm feeling this Hennessy. And I got a 4 Loco in me. I'm feeling this. I ain't gonna cut. It's bad.
And I know
that's some dick sucking shit.
So, like, I just want you to know he never ever had intentions of coming into this negative with you, and I want you and your people to know that. Like, I just, but I honestly, I respect your content, and we understand that you just react to those videos, and I think that was a big part of it as well. Is that the person who made the video is more at fault,
good.
but obviously that
information it was one of those things
gets,
where
like
I have been requested to check
like
this
the
video
game
out a
telephone,
while ago,
right?
when
Like like when it comes down.
check it out.
But thank you for coming on, and I'll be quiet now.
He gave his opinions and stuff, and for me,
oh, see the audio doubling up.
It was one of those things where
watching it
I
and then
that's ugly.
formulate my own opinion. That's kind of what I do.
Check
if
it
I
out.
do any reaction, I'm going to formulate my own opinion.
He gave his
I'm not just
opinions
gonna
on
sit
stuff,
there
and for me,
I wonder if he ever fixes his audio, because I ain't about to just. That shit doubling up.
Potentially booking and possibly financial.
Okay, so let me tell you, I'll tell you exactly what it was from. And the booking was very little of it, actually. And I've talked about this and explained it.
Okay.
With all of this.
He does? Can you give me a timestamp on when he actually fixes
like I left WWE,
the audio issue?
Well, I walked out. I wasn't sent home. I took myself. I was written onto the show that I walked out on. I was booked the night the pay-per-view prior was for the United States Championship, which those finishes went for me winning and being on the card at WrestleMania. I had not re-signed the new multi-million-dollar contract that they had for me, the $1.65 million contract. I did not sign it because we were having issues with my trademarks, and I had some real issues with certain things. And so they started playing little games on the way out with this. I was actually scheduled the following on Raw. Or was it Raw or SmackDown? I can't remember. Maybe it was Raw.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I cannot get over this man calling this man another grown man the big guy. Like, bro. All right, if we working, like, you know what I'm saying? If we being like, you know what I'm saying? If we if we in a professional wrestling sense, like, all right, calling you the big guys, whatever. But just in our daily conversations, calling you the big guy is insane. Like, that is some shit, bro. What the fuck? God damn, bro. What the fuck? The big guy. God damn, bro. Fuck.
States
This
Championship Battle
Hennessy is
Royal,
kicking my ass.
which I was just the #1 contender the past 2 months on
Yeah.
that, and they were going to start embarrassing me on TV because I hadn't signed the contract yet, and so it was escalating on that. But I walked in, and Mark Carrano was in the office with Ric Flair having a conversation, and my direct words were, "Take me off your fucking TV show. You tell Vince I'm going home." I went back.
Okay.
I went and got my bags. Mark Carrano came running in shortly thereafter, saying, "Vince, you need to go talk to Vince. We need to get a meeting with Vince." I told him I never want to see Vince ever again. I'm going home. I got my
Mm-hmm.
bags. I walked out. I saw some people on the way out. My good buddy Dolph Ziggler can confirm this. He made like a funny comment, like, "Big guy, you're leaving," and I just forever. And I walked out. I got my rental car from the valet. Valet goes, "You're leaving?" I go, "I'm done. I just quit," and I walked out with all of that. So I never was sent home. I was never fired. I never resigned the contract, and we let it expire on August 8th of 2016. But the main reason I left is I don't know if you're familiar with Nexus. I had
Mm-hmm.
broken ankle and leg in a match and continued wrestling, kind of an ankle injury, very similar to Conor McGregor breaking his ankle. I
Yeah.
kept wrestling on a flopping ankle and broke my leg all the way to my knee, finishing an entire comeback. There was a botched
What does this
surgery with
have to
that
do with anything?
that caused permanent nerve damage to my perineal and superficial nerve. So this is
Am
where
I
all my
missing
issues
something?
with WWE actually started. It was nothing to
Okay.
do with creative. So this was before I ever came back as Ryback. They actually
Okay.
thought I was never going to be able to wrestle again. They fired me. John Laurinaitis fired me. What they tried to do was illegal. I had to get attorneys. I was able to keep my job. I had 3 surgeries. 3 doctors told me I was never going to wrestle again. I came back from it with it, and I was
Mm-hmm.
able to come back as Ryback. But I was having significant issues with Hunter and Vince at this time.
Bro,
So I
I'm gonna
kept
be honest. We all know WWE be on some bullshit. Like, we all know WWE be on some bullshit. Like, let's be honest. We all know. Like, we all know. Nobody is saying WWE is a good company. As nobody is saying they are saints. We want to know why the fuck you are eating sun chips for 15 minutes in the, like, why? Why the fuck are you eating sun chips in an ASMR video? I don't give a fuck why you left WWE. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't give a fuck why you left WWE. I just don't give a fuck. Like, I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, I'm gonna be honest. I believe him. I believe him. I put nothing past Vince McMahon. I put nothing past John Laurinaitis. They are some fucking snakes. You know why I know that? Because CM Punk told me. What the fuck? Why the fuck are you eating sun chips for 15 minutes in the microphone? That's what I want to know about. Why are you eating pies in your car in the Wendy's parking lot? Why did you go to a Wendy's parking lot to eat pies? Why, bro? You're a millionaire, apparently. I don't get this. I don't get this dude. What the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck? What the fuck is he talking about? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, what are we doing, bro? Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
them wanting to put me back
Let
in
me relax.
developmental, let me rot to fire me. And me, I moved back to Vegas and they put me on the road.
You ready
and I
for another
strong-armed
shot?
them on
If
it
y'all
with
if
my
y'all drinking,
attorney.
y'all ready for another?
So
I,
my
I genuinely
relationship with
don't
them
know
was
if
strained
YouTube will
before I
allow
ever
this.
debuted as Ryback.
So
And I've
it's
talked
not.
about this
It's
over and
apple
over.
juice. It's apple
And it's
juice.
something a lot of fans and people don't want to understand or choose not to understand, that they think everything was just a result of creative. The creative was a result of everything, though, legally that was
What
going
the
on
fuck is this
with that.
man
Mhm.
talking
So
about,
that
bro?
injury, though, we're
I'm
going to
gonna need a
bounce around
chaser
on
for
this.
this one.
That injury, though,
It's
those
apple
nerves, just so
cider.
you know, that perineal nerve runs into your back. So WWE, I just go back on the road. I probably had no
Y'all
business
ready?
returning to wrestling even
We're
after that
using the
injury,
chaser for this one. The
because I
chaser
was
for this
putting
one is
myself
okay.
at risk with the
Y'all
nerve
ready?
damage I had. That nerve damage rapidly degenerated 5
Fuck,
discs
I
in
ain't
my
ready.
back
I'm gonna
over
be
the
honest
course
with
of
you.
my
I'm
4-year
babysitting
career
this
as
bitch.
Ryback
I ain't gonna
with
lie
that.
to you.
Now, I started having real bad muscle issues in my back really, really, really quickly upon coming back, as well as balance issues in my leg, because my nerve in my leg, my big toe doesn't go up, and part of my foot is dead on this. I wrestled my
Damn.
entire career with a partially dead foot.
Ugh.
Okay, just so people understand
Then I'm chasing it with
that.
vitamin
So
water. That
WWE
shit, I
started
love
using
vitamin water,
Squirtle and
but it has no
cortisone
taste
to
whatsoever.
cover up the injuries and keep me on the road every week, rather than actually like try to figure out what was going on. Again, I
Mhm.
take blame. I was told I was going to be all right, but I was making some very bad decisions with them, with what they were telling me, to continue to
When you
go
have
and
to
continue
chase
to
your
give
apple juice,
everybody my
yes,
best every single night,
yes,
5 days a
we
week,
have to chase our
4
apple
days a
juice.
Mhm.
week for the 4 years that I was there. I got to a point before I walked out. I was in such pain. I'd had multiple conversations with Hunter and the WWE that my body was failing me and giving out. And I was trying to get them to take me off the road without taking myself off the road. And any
Yeah.
worker knows, if you
Yo,
don't take yourself out of a position,
Ross said this shit turned into like an hour long like venting session, and like I was like, it couldn't have been that bad. I'm gonna be honest with you, it couldn't have been that bad. No, this is literally a hour long venting session. Like, get this man some get this man on the Coca Bennett podcast. Let him talk for 2 hours. Express all his grievances. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. Like, there's my camera. Ryback, we don't give a fuck why you left WWE. I don't know if you don't. You don't know that. You don't know that because you still rambling. King Mike. I keep calling this man King Mike. Shout out to King Mike, bro. That's my nigga. Shout out to King Mike. Shout out to King Mike. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna link his 150 of y'all in here, but shout out to King Mike. But my man is a half hour into this fucking stream, and he has yet to be able to speak. I mean, I know he spoke for a little bit, but what, like, my man, bro, you know we don't give a fuck about why you left WWE. We've heard all the stories before. We've heard all the I left WWE for this reason before. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck why you left WWE. We've moved on, my nigga. We've moved on. There's been 10 Rybacks since you, bro. Better. Like this is bro, this is like, bro, like we've moved on. You're the only one who has not moved on. We don't give a fuck. We want to know why you eating sun chips for 15 minutes straight. That's what the fuck we want to know, bro. I don't give a fuck what beef you had with John Laurinaitis. Everybody got beef with John Laurinaitis. Can y'all tell this Hennessy is kicking my ass? Can y'all tell this? Because y'all know, like, I'm usually on some chill shit. I'll be on some chill shit, but nah, this Hennessy is kicking my, and I got a Four Loko too, so. Calling him Hood Ross is crazy. Who's Hood Ross? What are we talking about? Bro, I'm sure Ryback is a nice guy, but I think he needs some therapy. He hasn't gotten over his breakup with WWE, and I get it, bro. I get it. I get it. Oh yeah, I got I got I got apple juice, and I have a Sprite. I don't fucking know. It's Hennessy and Four Loko. All right, bro. Like YouTube ain't got me up out of here yet, so that must be a good that must be a good sign. Ryback called Ross Hood. Oh, who he said that shit. Oh, who he said that shit. Nah, I need timestamps. He did not call this man the hood Jim Cornette. Ain't no fucking way. Ross, if you let this man call you the hood Jim Cornette and get away with that shit, where? Was this before or after? Was this before or after this whole interview shit? It was after. It was after. Oh, okay. Boy, I was about to say. Oh, shit. I was about to say. Oh, hell no. Nah. Woo. Send me that tweet, though. Send me that tweet, though, bro. That nigga tweaking, bro. Called that man the hood Jim Cornette. That is crazy, bro. Fuck no, I ain't sober, bro. You fucking sober? Are you sober, dude? Yeah, motherfucker. Goddamn.
Because I'm a man, and it's a very stubborn thing.
Me and King.
I was looking for them to take me off. They wouldn't do it, and so there were a lot of issues going on.
Me and Ross is about to have a conversation, bro.
My body, I'm gonna die young if I don't get out of here. I need to go talk to my own doctors and find out what's going on. So when I walked out, my injuries were actually the number one thing why I walked out. The creative was a secondary thing at the time, and actually, I would say the creative was probably number 3 or 4 on the list. Financial definitely was in there, so you're not entirely wrong on that. As far as prior, not on the current contract, but over the past couple years outside of that. Also, it was the financial, the creative, it was the trademarks. There were also issues with them wanting me to sign over, feed me more, and the big guy that I had been awarded. We had the issues with the Ryback one, but so that was all kind of going on. Just so that was why I walked out though. So that was one little thing that you said. Like the booking though was probably number 3 on that list.
Okay, so it basically stems from an injury that you had, and they were pretty much trying to push you out the door, essentially.
Push me as far as what do you mean? Push me out the door?
Like either because you said they were trying to put you back in developmental and and
early
like
on
that.
before I ever got his Ryback, they didn't want to give me an opportunity because they thought I was wasted goods. They thought they realized what they were doing was illegal, and then I actually had the courage to stand up for myself, which most talent wouldn't on that.
Okay.
And so that is where my issues with Hunter started. He came in. This is before he took over fully. He was starting to kind of make his presence known at Florida Championship Wrestling. I was there to do rehab one day with the trainer at the facility, and Hunter was there, and he came up and we had a conversation, in which he told me, eventually I got to pull the plug on you. And little did he know, like I was the one doing everything to try to make. They'd actually messed up a lot of things with my injury. A lot of mistakes were made by
This
like,
shit
people that
crazy
got
because I
fired,
genuinely
that
don't
people
give a
still don't
fuck.
like. And but I was the one that had to do the work to get better, and it was up to me. But I took that very personally when Hunter told me that, because he was probably unaware of everything that had really gone on, and I felt betrayed by him. And so that was the beginning of our issues with me and him. That because I don't hold back with that, and so even though we'd gotten along at different points, I though had a few heated conversations with him before I even made it, which could be a lot of people wouldn't have the courage, but I had the luxury of I knew they couldn't fire me with the attorneys, but that was where they were eventually going to get me back creatively, which they always find a way because they always have the upper hand if it's not in writing. So so you would be accurate on that from that standpoint, yes.
So all right, so with the issues with Triple H, because one of the videos I did talk about a few years back was when Triple H had retired, and the tweet that you had tweeted out how you had felt. So my question to you, and just with everything that you've just pretty much put out there, at what point was there any way that things could be amended? Any type of conversations could have been had between you and Triple H where it could have been resolved? Maybe not in a business relationship or on a personal relationship. Was there any point that conversation could have been had where you can agree to disagree, maybe find a better understanding, and then kind of move forward from there? Because when you had tweeted what you had said, it came off as bitter, as
I ain't gonna lie, y'all.
it
Hey,
wasn't
chat, I'm done,
actually.
bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm done with this shit. This nigga still bitching. Like Ross is still trying to be a good dude about it. We don't give a fuck why you left WWE, bro. Like we don't give a fuck. Are y'all ready to watch like King Ross? Fuck! I called him King Ross, bro. Are y'all ready to? Yeah, y'all ready to watch Ross video? Cause this shit is stupid. Like this shit is stupid, bro. This shit is stupid. All right. I got y'all. Yo, if y'all in here, you know what I'm saying? If you in the if you in the YouTube, you know what I'm saying, hit that like button. If you on Twitter, we got 73 people on Twitter. Make sure you hit that follow button, man. Follow your boy. You know what I'm saying? Follow your boy. I fuck with y'all. Y'all fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all my dogs. I fuck with y'all. Yeah. So that ended with Ryback basically blocking this man on Twitter. Eventually, Ross calls out the call off because he was not happy.
Ryback blocked me.
Got you.
I was literally about to make my video talking about my experience with Ryback.
Y'all hear it?
And, hearing his perspective, and he blocked me. And what's funny is before he blocked me, he followed me. So I followed him back, and within maybe 20, 30 minutes, he blocked me. That shit's crazy.
This is water, actually, sir.
That's crazy, bro. He legit
Water.
blocked me. Now, the only thing I can think of that maybe he felt some type
Michael
of way.
Davis.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If you watch the stream, it was funny. I'm being honest, and I was actually listening to him as much as I possibly could, but the chat was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie to you. Guys were hilarious. And to be honest, I didn't really get a chance to, I guess, have the conversation with him talking about why he, felt the way he felt about my videos. I tried to go into that conversation, but ultimately he would kind of cut me off and then just start talking about stuff and giving his reasonings about stuff that really didn't line up with the whole initial reason having me on the show, was to talk about the videos. Like, he started going down a tangent, and it was just one of those things where it's like, well, I want to be able to say some things, but I couldn't, because he just kept talking. And I don't know if I was a voice to, an ear to listen to. I'm saying? A lot of y'all were calling me therapy with Ross. I don't know if that was the case, him just venting to another content creator. Cool. That's awesome. But once again, I didn't even really get a chance to dive in to potentially what his issues was with me and my point of view on certain things. I was able to talk about it a little bit, but then he was just kept talking. And it's like, some of the stuff that he's saying has some great points, but it still doesn't change the fact that ultimately, I think this whole interaction came down to literally him feeling that those videos, my reactions to certain videos and the titles and all this other stuff, was hurting his brand. And I was trying to get him to understand, your brand is fine. me saying what I said does not hurt your brand. I'm being honest with you. I don't have that type of weight in the community where whatever I say can ruin somebody. No. He lists off his accolades and stuff that he's doing outside of WWE. He's making more money than he ever has before. Okay. And that's awesome. That's good. But at the same time, it's just one of those things where it's like, if you're in this space, you gotta understand certain people, you know what I'm saying, will feel some type of way, or they'll have their opinions on certain stuff. And it's just one of those type of things where I just felt like you got to be able to take the good with the bad. And what I had said, even in the past, as a joke, yeah, you could say that maybe was hurtful, whatever the case was, but I wouldn't have taken it that seriously because he's doing fine. So I don't know. This was just a very, very weird way to end off the interaction, because apparently I guess on his live, he was saying he would like to have me back. And then I guess somebody must have clipped some of the stuff or said, oh, he's talking about you. To be honest with you, I really wasn't talking about him. My chat was, and my homie was, and I was just laughing because it was funny. I'm just being honest. It's funny when you're trying to actually have a conversation and then someone cuts you off and then they just go on and they go on. And some of the stuff he was saying was pretty pointed to his point. But at the same time, I'm just like, all right, so I'm literally just here to listen to you talk. And if that's what it is, that's what it was supposed to be. Cool. I ain't tripping. It is what it is. Get your truth out. Because a lot of the stuff I didn't know that he really was dealing with. But yeah, man, I don't know. This was very, very interesting. I did not expect him to follow me, then block me within like the same hour. I don't know, man. Yeah, hopefully he doesn't take it personally. Once again, those videos and reactions definitely, I promise you, definitely doesn't hurt your brand. I like you good, bro. You still doing your thing. It you good, bro. I don't go like thinking, you know what I'm saying, today I'm gonna try to shit on Ryback. I don't care. Like, yes, your name may get some views, and this is definitely gonna get some views because how recent and current it is. But a week from now, nobody's gonna be talking about this. That's just what it is. Content keeps coming out. Content keeps rotating. Nobody's gonna be talking about this from a week from now. It may be a pass, like I mentioned, but it is what it is. So I'm wishing Ryback nothing but the best. Don't send him no hate. It is what it is. If he wants to block me, cool. I'm not. It's not a big deal. It's funny because I still really didn't get a chance to actually dive into what the issue really was. But it was him to vent. He wanted to vent and get stuff off his chest. So, but yeah, I wish nothing but the best for Ryback. Hopefully he continues to keep doing his own thing, man. And we'll just leave it at that. Honestly, I'm guessing he did not like what people in the chat were saying and me laughing, because it was funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. He started going down
so what changed though?
And
because
I thought we were gonna be just talking.
This is a whole different energy
initial issues with
this is a whole entire different energy from this whole live stream I was tuned into. I donated $5, by the way. I don't know if my super chat got read. Ross. Fucker. I don't know if my super chat got read, motherfucker.